Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Programming. Today in this video, we will discuss about data structures and its introduction. So without any further delay, let us get started. Data structures by the definition can be defined as arranging individual data elements in an order to solve a particular problem. It can also be used to represent logical relationships between data elements. For example, consider we have a data elements 10, 20 and 30 and we can arrange them in a horizontal fashion like this using some of the techniques in data structures. And also we have different data structures where I can store data elements in a vertical fashion, and also I can store data in a circular fashion using some of the data structures. Not only that, we also have nonlinear data structures which will allow us to arrange data elements in a hierarchical fashion. Now we will discuss about types of data structures. Data structures are classified into two types. One is primitive and the other is non-primitive data structures. Non-primitive data structures are again classified into two, linear data structures and non-linear data structures. Some of the examples for primitive data structures are int, char, float and double. The meaning for primitive is the built-in data structures. It can also be said as primitive data types, which means the built-in data types, where we have already known that the primitive data types are the built-in data types that C provides us as int, char, float and double. And coming to some of the examples for linear data structures are arrays, linked list, stack and queue. And coming to non-linear data structures, we have few of them like trees, graphs, tables and sets. Now we will discuss about primitive data structures a little brief. Primitive data structures are the built-in data structures, which I already told that they are also can be told as the built-in data types and also primitive data types. It can store only a single value in them and we cannot store more than one value in a primitive data structure. Because of this reason, we cannot be able to represent a relationship between the data elements, and that is why we shift into the non-primitive data structures. Some of the examples here I have considered three variables which are of type integer, and I have stored different values in them separately. Now compiler will allocate a memory location for each primitive data variable on its own. Now roll1 variable is having a memory location of 65,524 and it has its own value 20. Similarly, we have other two variables. You can see that these three variables are allocated with some memory and also it has its own value, but we cannot be able to represent any relationship between them because it cannot store what the next location or what the next value going to be. And coming to non-primitive data structures, this non-primitive data structures can store more than one value unlike primitive data structures. Because of this reason, we can establish relationship between different data values in a data structure. And coming to the linear data structure and non-linear data structure, you can see the distinction here. Linear data structures can store values in a continuous fashion. The word linear means continuous or sequential fashion, whereas non-linear data structure stores values in a non-sequential or non-continuous order. And it is easy to implement linear data structures because the values are stored in a sequential fashion, which makes our work easy in implementing the data structure because it is very straightforward. Coming to non-linear data structure, here the values are not stored in a continuous fashion, and so there is no particular order between the data elements and how they are stored. Because of this reason, it is difficult to implement non-linear data structures in a order. And coming to linear data structures, it is easy to access all the data elements in a single run. The meaning of this is, once I start at the beginning position, I'll be able to access all the data elements till I reach end of the list or end of the data structure. Because the data values are stored in sequential fashion, it is allowing me to access all the data elements in one single run or in one single iteration. But in non-linear data structure, the values are stored in a non-sequential fashion. So because of this reason, I have to traverse hence and forth, right from one hierarchy to the next hierarchy or from the lower hierarchy to the upper hierarchy, like in a tree structure, and this makes our work hard in implementing the nonlinear data structure. To implement nonlinear data structure, we use a technique called recursion, where the function calls by itself again and again until a condition is met and where it breaks. And some of the examples for linear data structures are arrays, stack, queue, and linked list. In all of these different data structures, the values can be stored or can be arranged in a sequential fashion. So it comes under the group of linear data structures. Coming to the non-linear data structure, here the data values are stored in a non-sequential fashion. And the examples we have for non-linear data structures are trees, graphs, tables, and sets. So these are all the examples for non-linear data structure. Now we will discuss about some of the operations which we can perform on the data structures. Here I have generalized all the operations which can be performed on most of the data structures right here. It doesn't matter whether it is a linear data structure or a non-linear data structure. These operations can be performed in any one of them. And the first is insert operation. So consider we have list of elements here where we have 10 and 20 in a vertical data structure, and if I'd like to insert a new number into it, I'll be able to do that using insert operation. Similarly, I'll be able to delete any of the number from this vertical data structure. Consider we have this data structure, and if I'd like to delete the recently inserted 30 from this data structure, I'll be able to do the same using delete operation. And also we have search operation. Consider we have list of numbers, now horizontally arranged them, and now I'll be able to search right from the beginning till the end if a particular given number is available in the list or not. For example, let us consider if I'd like to see whether 40 is the value is present in this particular list or not. What I do is I start from the beginning position and I traverse right from the first position till the last position unless I find value 40. Or if I meet the ending point or ending value in this particular list, I stop searching values there and I just intimate user telling that the value that he is searching for 40 is not found in the list. And not only that, I can also sort or arrange the elements in the data structure in a list in a particular order. For example, consider these values. You can see that the values are not arranged in a particular order. Here I'll be able to arrange them in a sequential order and also in ascending or descending order, how I want them to be arranged. And the last operation is update operation. Consider this given list of numbers, and if I'd like to update any value in the present data structure, I'll be able to do the same using update operation. For example, consider I would like to update the existing value of 30 to 70. I'll be able to do the same using update operation. So this is it for this video. Hope you all understood the basic introduction part of the data structures and different classifications of data structure that are there available in C and C programming. Hope you like the content of this video. If you like the content, please do like the video and do mention in the comment box if you want me to make any videos on any of the given topics in C programming and also in data structures. I'll be happy to record them and make them available to you to access in YouTube in my channel. So to see any further content in this channel like this in C programming and data structures or in any other programming languages that I'm going to do henceforth, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.